Hello, everyone. This is Minister William, or Reverend Will if you wish, and this is the sermon for July 9th, 2023. And as always, we'll start with a moment of silence for prayer, meditation, or what have you. All right, thank you. Today's sermon is called The Most Beautiful Heart, and like most of them, it is on alltimeshortstories.com. A young man was proud of his healthy, beautiful heart. One day, standing in the middle of town, he proclaimed that he had the most beautiful heart in the whole valley. A large crowd gathered to have a look at his heart. His heart was smooth and shiny and looked very healthy. Indeed, the man had the most beautiful heart in the valley, everyone agreed. The proud young man felt delighted and boasted his perfect heart, which everyone admired. Then suddenly a voice from the crowd said, "Your heart is not as beautiful as mine." The young man searched for the person behind the voice, and an older man appeared in front of him. "Show us your heart if you believe you have a more beautiful heart than mine," said the young man. The older man carefully showed his heart. The crowd and the young man looked at the older man's heart. The heart was beating strongly, healthily, but was not as smooth and shiny as the young man's heart. Instead, it had scars all over it. It had places where some pieces of the heart had been removed and other parts were put in. And the other pieces didn't fit perfectly with the several uneven edges. In some places, there were deep gouges. There were some pieces were missing. Where some pieces were missing. The crowd laughed at the older man's heart. How could he claim that he had the most beautiful heart when it is all scarred and uneven, they thought. The young man looked at the old man's heart and laughed. "You must be kidding, comparing your heart to mine. My heart looks perfect and smooth, and yours is a mess of scars and tears." "Yes, your heart looks perfect, but I would never trade your heart with mine," said the old man. "Every scar in my heart represents a person I have given my love to. I tear a piece of my heart and give it to them. Often my loved ones give me back a piece of their heart that fits into the empty space in my heart. Since everyone loves each other differently, their piece of the heart their piece of the heart may not perfectly fit my heart. So you can see some rough edges. These scars are rough, and rough edges remind me of the love we shared," he continued. "Sometimes I would give a piece of my heart, but the other person may not return a piece of his heart to me. These are the empty gouges. But although these gouges are painful, they remind me of my love for these people too." "So do you now see what true beauty is?" asked the old man. The young man and the crowd stood silently, the tears running down their cheeks. Then the young man walked to the older man, reached into his perfect, young, and beautiful heart, ripped a piece out of it, and offered it to the man with trembling hands. The older man gratefully received his offering, placed it in his heart, and took a piece of his old heart and placed it in the young man's heart. The young man looked at his heart. It did not look shiny and smooth like it used to. but it was now more beautiful because he could feel the love of the older man's heart flowing into him. They embraced and walked side by side. Love is but the discovery of ourselves in others and delight in the recognition. Alexander Smith. When you choose to love someone, there's always a chance they'll love you back. There's always a chance that they won't. But each thing shapes who you are and makes your heart one of the most beautiful things on earth. Every crack, every flaw in your heart is beauty if you look at the contents in the right places. And you should be proud of every scar, every gouge, every flaw in your beautiful heart. Because that made you who you are, and everyone has been in your life for a reason, and you love them for a reason. Um, you should never be ashamed of those that you loved. There's a reason why you love them. There's things that your love for them taught you that you wouldn't have known otherwise. Always be proud of your beautiful heart, with every scar and gouge, with every piece you gave to others, whether they gave you a piece back or didn't. Your heart is beautiful. Your heart made you who you are. Continue to love the world. And remember, when we all come together, the possibilities are endless. And I will see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.